Hey folks, hope you're okay. Welcome back to another Friday Fitness for you. Now, I told you last week that we were going to be looking at something really cool for your ankles and also looking at your stability as well. So primarily we've got two types of stability. We have static stability, which an example would be simply standing on one leg with no movement. But we're looking at dynamic stability this week. Now, dynamic stability is quite simply being able to stabilize a joint as we move. So in the golf swing, for example, as we swung on the backswing, our ankle joint is dynamic stabilizing because we're moving as we're putting load through the ankle joint. Now, as we come through on the downswing, again, it's shifting to the other side where we've got dynamic stability through our left ankle for right-handed golfers or right ankle for left-handed golfers. And as we come through, we've got to be able to stabilize that joint, otherwise we're going to kind of just twist out of it completely. Now, we do see a lot of golfers that do slightly move the foot, which is okay. The other thing we can do at setup is open the left toe out a little bit, which will allow the hips to rotate a little bit more as we get through the golf club and not have that pressure going through the ankle. But what we want to look at this week is testing but also strengthening our dynamic stability in the ankle. And as you can see here on the floor, if there's any A&M fans that check the videos out, we've got some A&M duct tape on the floor here, and I've got myself a golf shaft. So we're going to be looking at your dynamic stability here with this simple cross, but we could do another 4 lines or another 2 lines with a star position and a kind of diagonal angle as well. But we're going to look at the star or the T position for this week, but you could also add that in if you needed to and change up the angles a little bit. And what we're going to look at here is how well can we move through these 4 positions while stabilizing on that one leg. So quite simply, got my cross position here, got my golf shaft. I'm going to take the golf shaft across my shoulders. So the reason why I'm getting the shoulders here is because there's going to be a bit of disassociation between the lower body and the upper body. I'm going to place my foot onto the center of the cross. Now, I'm placing the inside of my arch on the middle, okay? So pretty much middle of the foot is going in the middle of the T. I'm going to take into a slight bend in the knee, okay? Ever so slight, so I'm activating my glutes and I can feel them working. Now from here, I'm going to keep the club shaft very stable. I'm going to reach forward with my toe as far as I can and touch the tape. I'm keeping a measure of where I finish, okay? From here, I'm going to go out to the side and touch the tape. I'm then going to go back and touch. And when I come back to the center, I'm going to go across behind me now and try and touch the tape. Wow. As you see here, my shoulders have moved. I've twisted, okay? So one thing we're going to look at here is as we come behind our body, we're going to want to try and keep our club shaft parallel to the tape on the floor. So we're trying not to turn into the hip, but we're trying not to turn away from the hip as well. Because that's going to be a little bit of opening the hip out that we're able to kind of just twist across. And we're not trying to get our back to the target here, okay? We're trying to keep level and come across the body. So again, into position, nice and controlled, forward, touch. Keeping that club shaft parallel. Touch, back, touch. And this is the harder one, touch. Okay, got to try and get it as close as you can to that tape, if not touching the tape, and back up. Again, we're going to go 3 rounds on each leg. Again, each round you're trying to get as far as you can, and you can start to feel the ankle working, the hips working. Whoa, keep the balance, and then back up. As soon as you've done 3 on each leg, we're going to switch it over. I always recommend going forward, out laterally, where we're not crossing over the body, back and then down, but you can go whichever way works for you. Again, middle of the foot on the center of the cross. We're going forward, touching with the toe, back, out to the side, back, behind, back. And this is always going to be the harder one for people, and across. And what we're going to see here is how much movement can we get across the body to be able to keep the disassociation of the lower body and the upper body while we're pressing across. And how far can we actually reach? If we can't reach very far with this position, we know that there's some internal rotation hip issues that we need to address, maybe some stretch and mobility work, which is something that I'm working on anyway, but also the stability as well. If we try and come across the body, or if we go laterally and we can't balance, we've got an issue here with the ankle. If we try and go across the body and we're losing our balance, This is the ankle stability, the knee stability, and the hip stability that we need to be strengthening. So this is not only a great test, but this is a great strengthening exercise for you as well. So we can go 3 rounds out. Again, these probably feel very comfortable. It's going to be this one here that we're going to want to concentrate on. And we're trying to get that foot to the lion as much as possible. And you can have a friend here when you're testing a partner who can mark out where you've finished with the feet in position. So wherever you hit the tape, get a friend to mark the tape and tell you where you've hit. From there, you can work on improving it. Obviously, go through your strengthening and stretching routines while you've got the availability and maybe the time now to work on this and improve your ankle stability and also your dynamic ankle stability. So we've got the static and the dynamic ankle stability. And as we're coming through the golf swing now, what we're going to find is that the ankle's going to be a lot more stable. Maybe if we're getting on some unstable surfaces where we're kind of ball above the feet or ball below the feet, the ankles are going to be a lot stronger when we're coming through impact, that we can actually balance a lot better. We're going to get better strikes, we're going to play better, perform better, which is only going to be a big thing. Folks, I hope this helps. Give it a go. Let us know how you get on with this test, but also this practice drill as well. Let us know how you feel it in the ankles. I can feel mine are warm already, and I've only been demonstrating a few reps. From here, if you want to see any more videos, go ahead and check them out on YouTube. Okay, head over to the YouTube channel. Link is in the profile or the bio here on Instagram. It will take you to the YouTube page. Like the content, subscribe to the content, and stay up to date with more Friday Fitnesses. And I'll be back next week with another video for you. So I'm Andy Chadwick. Peace out.